everyone, so I am doing my next update for Partners in Cream. This project was created by Dalin and Stephanie, and it's just a really easy project. Not easy in terms of like actually using things up, but in the sense of it's really straightforward. I think it's like 5 to 7 products, so they encourage like 5 to 7 products, and that you just choose 5 cream products choose cream products for your project because cream products tend to go bad faster. So, you know, if you can dedicate some time to them, you'll end up using them up, or at least to meet some goals. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. As you can see, I have a hair chop. If you already saw my makeup date, you would have seen this new look already, but this is super low maintenance. I don't even style it. I literally just like shampooed and like let it air dry pretty much. I've had this type of haircut before, so it's not like new for me, but I think it's nice and fresh, especially for this time of year. It's actually a little bit of an A-line bob back here. And yeah, it's still looking pretty good today. And it grows out pretty well. So this is actually my typical cut that I do. I haven't like branched out too far from this. It's either this or just grow it out. And then I cut back to this and then I grow it out. That's what I've been doing like since college, really. So anyways, let's get into it. I have some, it's not like the most exciting updates, a lot of packaging updates, I guess, which is like half of what I do on my channel. So let's get into it. First of all, the oldest product that's been in this project is this MAC Groundwork. This is what it's looking like right now. Really sizable like dip in there. I really do my best to work this way, and then I've been trying to work at this dip right here as well. But honestly, I think right now I've been working on this since last July. That's when I got it, last July. And I've also even added other products in here, eyeshadows, other cream eyeshadows and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to take a break from it for at least the next month. So from August into September, and just like give it a break, because I think my main goal is to use it like halfway to here. And that might actually be my goal for by the end of the year, is to reach out like that halfway goal right here and have this whole half completely empty, because I actually want to make space for these cream eyeshadows, which I'll be using the rest of this month and up till the next update. Is oh, I already put them away, but these are my Sephora cream eyeshadows. I ended up basically depotting them. Basically you can crack off the bottom of them. Some of them do twist off, the bottom twists off, but this one was glued on pretty hard, so I ended up cracking the bottom, which is plastic. Don't ask me how I did that. I may or may not have used glass jars or like other heavy duty items to crack them. But basically, once you crack off the bottom, it's a hole, and you just push the product all the way through. And of course, you like don't include the wax stopper that they have in there, but it's a really effective method to get all of the product out there, rather than having to sharpen it every single time, and like you know, you waste a bit of product every time you sharpen too. So this was just a really clean cut way of doing it. So this is what it looks like right now. I've already started using a little bit. I really like using it from this side here where the 2 shades meet, and so it kind of creates a really nice neutral tone. Let me swatch them separately. They still have a pretty good texture to them. I'm a little bit concerned that they'll dry out a bit in here. I won't be entirely mad, because I don't prefer these shades on their own. So they've been a little bit of a hassle to reach for. So as you can see, this is the pinkier one here. This is the taupey one here. And I actually really enjoyed mixing them. So let's see if I can do that here. Maybe not. It creates like a nice bronzy shade. I didn't do a very good job mixing them. That's this one right here. Yeah, it creates a kind of like a nice, more champagne-y type shade. So I enjoy that a lot more, and we'll try to use up as much as I can of this. And then maybe by that time, I'm just trying to eyeball it, maybe by that time I might be able to fit it in that hole where Groundwork is, but maybe I'll wait a little longer. I'm not really sure yet, but as you guys know, I'm always about consolidating packaging, and you know, having 3 cream eyeshadows in one packaging, it's not a bad idea, especially because I've noticed that this is not completely airtight as much as this one is made to be airtight. So I do want to kind of move that process along, so that I can get whatever's left of this into an airtight container, because I don't trust myself to like really like close it really well every single time I use it. Okay, next one here is the lip products. I always have a lip product in this project. The last lip product that I included was this mini Dior lip gloss. There's 2 milliliters in this, and I scraped it out. I was even melting it, which is if you can't tell, but it's a little bit more bulgy than it was last time. At least I can feel it. I feel like the plastic's a little more bulgy because I put it maybe in a little bit too hot of water. It did not impact the formula, but I was like, whoops, sorry, Dior bottle. But yes, this one is done. And then I think because this was such a small goal, I actually rolled in my Shiseido foundation as well. And I will show you my markings here. And these are false markings, to be honest. This is where I started last month when I rolled it in, and this is where I am now. And I'm not that quick at using it up. I'll explain why. It's because I was mixing this constantly with my MAC mixing medium, and I decided just to mix them together. And actually, this is another good update for the next one too, because I finished up my NYX Bare With Me, which I feel like last time when I did this, there was like maybe barely, it was like up to here of the actual original product in here. And since then, I realized that I can pop the top off, like literally pop it off, push the platform that's in here all the way back down and like fill it up with something else. So I ended up putting, I think first a sunscreen in here, and then I ended up doing my mix of the Shiseido foundation and the mixing medium in here. And as you can see, I'm already pretty much halfway through. I'm in line with the right around, you know, the bare mark there. So yeah, really happy with this progress. I anticipate that this will already be done by the time I come on again, and I already have the future plans for this, which actually go into the next product. Wow, these transitions are great. I am currently also using up my Franken bronzer. I don't know if it was in this container last time I showed you guys, but it's in this container now. It was basically like, I mixed it some more with some other stuff, and it was almost to the brim, almost to the brim of this. So it was probably like 9-ish milliliters of product. This container is a 10 milliliter container. So yeah, it was pretty close to the brim. So probably like 8 to 9 milliliters of product in here, like adding in other stuff. So this is what Franken bronzer looks like now. It is getting down there, you guys. I'm super excited about that. I think it'll be done by the end of the month. And then this concealer, or what this like foundation bronzer concoction is finally done. I'll tell you a little bit about how it came about. If you guys haven't heard the story or followed along, it's basically like those sample packs of the Dior foundation, and they were really generous with what they had. They gave you 9, was it 9 milliliters? Either way, maybe it was like half of that. But I had 2 of the sample packs, and I combined them together into 9 milliliters of a very, very dark foundation concoction. Like very dark. And while I'm all for like, you know, having so many shade ranges, it was really interesting to me that Dior decided to include like so many shades of like the very, very deepest, darkest shades as well. And like, so I used it to my advantage of making a cream bronzer, but it honestly, between me like adding more products into it, between primers and foundations and other concealers to it to like make it work for me, I've probably like stretched that 9 milliliters to probably like 15, if not like 20 milliliters of a cream bronzer. So I'm still working on this last bit of it, and it finally this is the shade that works really, really well for me. So all that to say, I think I'll be done with this by the end of the month. I will be going on a trip for about a week and a half later this month, and I won't be bringing this with me, so it might end up going into next month. We'll see. But I already have a few other like concealer sample packs lined up for me to basically do the same thing. So my thought is that maybe I will be putting whatever mix I use into this, you know, after I lighten it up with my other foundations and just try to figure out a good shade for me, because dipping into this every day has been a little bit difficult, and I wonder if like dispensing it from a pump would be nice. Not sure where I'd put my foundation concoction after that, but maybe in the fall I'm more willing just to use it straight from the container rather than pumping it out. We'll see. I'm tempted to almost buy another tube of this because this is just like such good packaging. I have other airless pump packaging, but just the components are a lot harder to wash out and stuff like that. And I kind of want to keep those to just like skincare related stuff. And I haven't really been willing to put color products in those yet. So that's kind of my reasoning there. But yes, I will keep moving with this. This will stay in the project. This will stay in the project. And this is rolling out of the project, so let me explain what's coming in for this. I decided to use my Revi Beauty Effortless Lips in Dahlia. This is actually quite new in my collection. I think I got it around Easter, so April-ish. And yeah, there's not much in here. I think it's 1.7 milliliters or grams, and this is all I have left. I can show you it, like, roll all the way down. Like, this is how much I've used up so far in about 2 weeks maybe. And I've already put my little like marks on here. This is how I visually mark my progress. So I had actually one mark that I've reached already. And so I'm hoping by the next update, I'll be down to actually maybe that last mark and only have a little bit left. I really like this shade. Let me see if I have space to swatch it for you guys. It's really good right now for me in the summer because it's a little bit warmer neutral, but with my tan, it still pulls a little pale. Like it's just a tint of like being a little bit too pale for me. So I typically have to top it off with something a little darker or like pop on a gloss so to kind of mask it a little bit. And when I was more fair, I found that it just pulled too neutral on me. So I feel like either way right now, it's not the perfect shade. It's effortless in the fact that it goes on really well and the shade is quite decent. But I feel like this shade in particular would only work for like a very slightly tan Jamie. And that's not very much of the year. So I was thinking I might as well use this up, and I really like this component. My only complaint is this cap is very tightly on there, which is good, but sometimes, especially so when I was first starting to use it, I wasn't used to that out of lipstick tubes. So I just like pop it on and kind of just like do firm pressure, but this one needs to like snap in order to get it closed. And so that took a little getting used to, but now that I'm used to it, it's a really, really good component for that reason. But otherwise, it seems a little bit bland, don't you think? It's like a light gray tube, and it's plastic. I mean, this color is really nice, like a kind of a, I don't know if it's a pure silver or not. I guess it is. Sometimes it pulls gold on me, just a tad. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on this one, I think, long term. But while it's still a decent color for me, I'm going to try to use as much of it as I can. So let's see if I can get down like 2 more ticks on my visual marks there, and I would call that a success for the next month. So let's do that. And then, eye cream. I introduced my eye cream last time, which I don't really typically introduce like skincare stuff, but it was the Borghese. You guys can see how that's read. I don't know. But this one, I'm not sure why. This one is imported from Ontario, Canada. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Maybe that's why. But yes, I was trying to use this up. I maybe was like up to about here. I was getting so annoyed that I couldn't see the progress. And so I ended up decanting into this pot. Story of my life. And this is how much I have left, which is a lot. This is definitely going to be like another 2 months, I think. So this packaging is out, but I will continue to work on it. All right, and then I think the last thing here is my cream blush, my Franken blush. It's been in lots of places, between a face palette to an eye palette. Now it's in a lip palette. It has traveled around my collection. It is this rectangle right over here, and oh man, I'm going to push it over for you guys just a little bit because it does tend to spread as I use it, and I do like to kind of push it, not completely level, but at least I feel like more honestly showing of how much is left. This is a swatch since I touched it. It's a little bit light for me, a little bit cool for me right now with my coloring. So I've definitely been mixing this a little bit with this, which allows me to get a little bit of a pan here, and this is quite shallow. These are all Franken lipsticks, by the way, except for this one, which is just like smushed in there. But yes, this one is my Franken blush, and I'm about halfway through the pan. Yeah, I have myself a goal for deck of panning to, I think, use it up a little bit more beyond this, but yeah, I have still been just trucking away at it. Really enjoy the fact that now it's in a lip palette. This has become basically like my cream blush palette, and just to kind of like mix as I use it, and that's actually been kind of nice. So still working away at it. It's not done yet, but it will be there. I think by the next update, I will either have like remnants of it left, or I think I'll be really, really close to the edge. It'll probably be a pretty big pan, except I'll probably smush it all in the middle. But you know what I mean? I think I'll be pretty close to it being done. So that's super exciting. That cream blush has lasted a long time, and I'm glad I finally like made the effort to like really get it done. So that is my update to my partners in crime. I always say partners in cream. I have this cream blush left to use. I'm going to continue to work on this Shiseido foundation, finish this, and then probably work on it out of here. I have these cream eyeliners that are in this jar here, my Franken bronzer, and my, oh, two more things, my eye cream in here, and then my Review Beauty lip product. So 6 products in the project right now. I might bring it back down to 5 if I like make good progress on the rest on these products for the next update, but we'll see. I was intended only for 5 products in this project, but I don't mind. I mean, these are already products I'm already using and stuff like that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this update. I hope it was somewhat interesting to see how things have moved around despite, you know, things not really changing. But yeah, I always like to just keep things fresh by moving around packaging as well. I mean, I waste a little bit, but honestly, I enjoy the experience that much more when it's in new packaging and in more like effective packaging. So that's why I do it. And it's allowed me to honestly stick with some of the products in this project. I think if I kept some of these in its original component, I probably would have given up a little while ago. So that's my response to panning fatigue, is move it around. I don't need to buy new stuff, just move it around and kind of get things going. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this update, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.